Hey guys, today is day 194 of the challenge. So, over the past couple days, I've been kind of talking a little bit about a project, a fix and flip project that I partnered with someone on, or sometime last year. Long story short, there was a little bit of an issue with funds, and it's just caused a lot of stress for me because our lenders didn't get paid. They were asking me questions, but I didn't have answers because I'm not in charge of that part. I'm basically kind of like a middleman in all of this, and I have no control over payments or anything like that. So today I had one of my real estate meetings, which is where the lenders all came from. So I knew that today I had to. Last week I didn't go to the our real estate meetings, but when today came around, I was like, I have to go. I have to figure out how to, whatever. No matter what, I had to make sure that I went and showed my face because I didn't want anyone to feel like I'm running and hiding or anything like that. And it also gave me the opportunity to talk to one of the lenders who was the head lead on this whole on the lending portion that we borrowed from. So he and I got into a conversation and discussed the whole situation between my business partner and this whole fiasco, I'll call it. And he basically told me that he thinks I should stay out of the crossfire. I kind of shared with you guys a couple days ago on how I was feeling about the whole situation. I was planning for worst case scenario. No matter what, I wanted to make sure that the lenders were going to be taken care of. And I still stand by that. But at this point, I'm being told that the best thing I can do is stay out of the crossfire because I don't have any control anyway. So by involving myself in the situation doesn't help. So I'm going to take his advice on that, but I did feel better after having that conversation with him because this has caused so much stress for me, that I'm just so frustrated. But again, the best thing about it, and he even made mention of this, and I talked about this either probably yesterday or the day before, I've learned so much through this process, but and one thing that I had mentioned, I think yesterday or something, is that I can never not have control in this kind of situation. Like, this will never happen again. And the guy that I'm referring to, he mentioned that, yes, that's something that you now know, and are aware of. And I appreciate his bluntness and giving me the best advice that he can give me through this process. But it definitely made me feel a lot lighter about the situation. But of course, there's still this huge concern. I do feel like at the end of the day, everything is gonna work out. It's just, I feel like my partner, and he still hasn't gotten back to me, which is very frustrating. But he's burned bridges because of this whole situation. And I'm being told, and I felt better about, that no one's looking at me saying that I did anything wrong, which makes me feel good because it's like, reputation is so important, and I don't want people to think that I'm not handling what I'm supposed to when I have done everything I can possibly do, given my limited control. Anyway, aside from that, it was so cool at the real estate meeting today. I actually met a couple people that I interviewed on the radio show. Actually, I met quite a few people, and I was like, man, it's crazy how we've kind of all intertwined within the real estate space. And because we were kind of, one of the guys, there was some members in the club that had really good accomplishments this past year, and so they were speaking at the club. And yeah, I guess it's funny because you never know who that also may know somebody else. But I thought that was fun and that was interesting. A little bit embarrassed because I saw one of the guys and I'm like, why does he look so familiar? And I couldn't register. He's all like, because I was on your radio show. I was like, oh my gosh. And I remembered his name. I remembered his business partner's name. And I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so ridiculous that I couldn't remember his name. But afterwards, I was like, man, I know exactly who you are. I don't know why I just drew a blank, I guess. Anyway, I know I kind of rambled a bit, but anyway, guys, this is my journey to business and entrepreneurship. I will see you guys tomorrow.